While I was in here, I changed the A-pots with the help of Robot. Took out the A's, put in the B's. I like B's on my volumes. And we're just going to put the bridge back in there now. I think I used my cord that was a little bit too thick. These are the large size pots, and the holes are made for the large size pots, so they fit very snugly. Okay, those are in now. Just got to get the tone pot back in. I don't know what size cap they have on these things. Wonder if I could see. I wonder if I could see. I wonder. It's a tiny green chiclet. And it's a 22. They got 22s. Perfect. That's what I would have preferred. So that expectation has been met. Now let's see if we can just aim that back in the hole. Which finger do I use? There we go. Come on, pull it out. There we go. Now that should be independent. We're going to test it. We're going to test it with the air bridge. Boom. All right. We're in the middle. Up. And that is the bridge, yes. Yoo, look at that. Independent. Yoo-hoo! We did it. See what the caps are like. This is for the bridge. Yeah, okay. I think that's going to be fine. All right, let me get all this tape off of here. And the next step is going to be to, oh yeah, I got to tighten this. And then I'm going to have to do the final waxing now that I've taken the compound and right down to the poly. We have received a bridge. Oh, I think this pulls off. No knives involved. Okay, well, now a knife is involved. I need some spectacles. And there's a made in Korea case music. This was supposed to come yesterday, 2-day shipping, and then it didn't come. I saw the truck go right by my house. I'm thinking, what happened? And then it was rescheduled for today. Okay. Safety, put away. Okay, so these things turn about the screw head, don't they? Yeah. So this comes with a 6mm, 4mm, with an Allen key on one end. Boop. That allows you to turn, like you get something set, and then you can turn the whole thing up or down for additional adjustment. I don't know if that's going to work on this body, but it should. Let's see. Those should go in there. Now the original ones are over here, and you can tell how much different they are in length. If I can just get this up with my fingers working, quite a bit different in length, right? So these screw down quite far into the body. And I guess what you can do is you can get it set to a certain place, and then you can kind of lock it to the body so that it doesn't move at all. That's kind of cool. But still and it's a BM003 version. I'm thinking, let's see, the adjust screws should probably go out the back as opposed to the front. I don't know. I don't know. How were these? How were these? I can't remember what these were, if they were front or not. Because this pickup ring here is quite high. And this anchor tailpiece was very low. Don't know. I don't know. All right, let's see. Let's turn that around with that. And see what happens. Just stick that in there. Oh, we got that all twisted up there, don't we? There we go. See? It's pretty. Looks pretty that way. Now, we're just going to bring it up to tune a little bit. So we've got, like, okay, it's about 5. See, it's too high there. And now that I've got the tension on there, yeah, that's too high. Too high. I brought it up, and now it's got to go down. Right there to the bottom. Let's see what happens now. I've lost tuning, but it's closer. And too high on that side. Now, I also noticed that the thickness of these plateaus are thinner on this one than they are on that, which means I can get it down lower with these than I can with that, and I think I need to. Yes, I think I need to. Close but no cigar. And that locks that into the body like that. Oh, Oh no! Oh no! Alright, I spared you all of the reworking of it, and that's where the bridge is. I changed it for the screws in the front, and it's got my action. Scooby Dooby Doo, huh? Yeah. This is not a good playing chair. And it seems to go. I got buzzing. I'm going to have to, of course, do the frets. Okay, gang, we are close. We are close, close, close. The body is basically ready. Now I can get off these strings, go after the neck, fix up any little issues I have there, and we'll be just about finished in business here. There's some evidence on these frets that somebody did do some level before, because some of the tops are still flat, flatter than they should be. But you can see that I have, you know, there, no, not there, there, and there. And here where I've made it double wide, and there, extra tall on these ends here. So yes, we're going after that. And this should put us right in the zone. Alrighty then, the neck has been completed, and this was sold to Leo as an open box. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but I even tried to compound out a lot of these scratches that are on the fretboard there. See that? I'm sure it was an open box, but I'm pretty sure it was a returned box that was open, because under the butterfly string tree that I found up here, there was lubrication. A little bit of Vaseline, or something like Vaseline, which factories don't do and stores don't do, even if they're a wall demo. So definitely somebody had this guitar, and it was returned, because there's too much finger stuff on there. Dan didn't do that for the one time that he played it, and I haven't played it that much to get finger scratches all over there. There was also some wear on the back, wear and tear on the back there. Also, you know, some on the body. But now it's pretty nice. Compounding, the waxing. There's one string tree on this. Not sure if there should be two. I've got a spare one out here anyway, just in case I'm going to use it. I only had this one butterfly. This is a better butterfly that comes on most of the guitars from China. Well, this one came from Indonesia, because it's not sharp on the underside, but there is, somebody did put some lubrication in there. That's one of the better ones. That doesn't have as much friction that cuts into the strings. Alright, I have to find a set of strings and put them on. Oh, that's from the last guitar. That should go in the bag. Alrighty, here we are, the big reveal. Classic Vibe Vibe Starcaster. Finished. I changed the knobs. I think it looks way better with this style. The bridge is no longer sky high. I ended up with a small shim in the neck of 0.37 millimeters in order to get the angle just right. And the original shim was 0.97, and that's why the bridge was like sky high, because it had to go so far back. With that size, the bridge had to be way the hell up there, so that's no good. So now, with all of the grime, look at the chrome on those pickups now. Woohoo! Yeah, and all the fingerprints off the chrome everywhere, and the body. Good compounding, good waxing. The neck, got the shine on those frets now. Beautiful. And the back of the neck too. Now that it's clean and I compounded and buffed it, it's like new. I got out pretty much most of the hand marks on the back. Unfortunately, I could not get all of the hand marks off the front, you know, fingernails where somebody had gouged it a lot, but it looks pretty good. This is as close to new as you can possibly get this guitar, I think. So yes, it's all back together, cleaned up, set up just the way I like it. I put, you know, the American string tree here. So far I haven't seen the need to have another one there. It seems to be fine. I lubricated these tuners through the small pinhole in the back with my synthetic grease, and spun them around, and they're really smooth now, and they hold tune. Now these are the vintage style where you put the string down through a hole and then you wind them up. I had a little problem with the thinner strings, which I've had these on one guitar before, and there's always a problem with those ones where they don't want to stay in that hole too easily, and then you've got to put a little bit more winding on there to make sure that you've got enough. But yeah, it's smooth, slick, and I'm very happy with the result. I've got my switch set where I want it, so it goes forward and backwards this way. So this is the bridge. I rewired the pots for independent, of course. The pickups, I adjusted them properly, and there's a little bit of a twang to these that I like. There's just something different about them, and they call them wide range, and I'm not sure why they do it, but they're very articulate and well balanced right across. Let's go to the other one. Middle. Alright, so when you give it a little bit of love, that's what you turn up with. Woohoo! Look at that. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Dan. Mostly Leo, because he paid for it. Had fun in Texas. This is just the normal reverb and delay. So there's no boost on, no effects, no pedals, just the 65 Deluxe with that number 2 and number 2, and it's real easy to play now that it's all set up. That's it, boys and girls, fellas and cats and dogs and everybody who's watching. Classic Vibe Squire. Yeah, and I got this across the border. They didn't think this was going to be much of a threat, you know, from being a weapon. But yeah, I'm happy with this guitar. Turned out just great. Now it looks kind of Gibson-y, but it does have a Fender, what's the term I'm looking for? Scale. Fender scale. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. This thing comes in at 7.2 pounds. And appreciate all your support.